It's Wednesday the 30th of October and I'm here with another monthly update, which I can't believe because it only feels like 2 seconds ago since I did my end of September update, but I don't know where this year is going at all. Every year just seems to go faster and faster, but here we are. I've got a cat sat right to the left of me, right to the left. So he might make an appearance, and no doubt as soon as Poppy hears me talk, she's usually in here, but at the moment she's asleep on my bed. So, but yes, anyway, welcome to my craft room. Thank you for joining me. There goes Andy. And thank you very much. I've had a few new subscribers, so thank you very much for subscribing, and I hope you'll stick around. It's nice to have you. Yeah, and just thank you to all my regulars. Thank you for coming back. And as I was scrolling through the comments, getting ready for the giveaway draw, it was nice looking back on the people who have commented, because like some of you have been with me for quite a while. So thank you for that as well. But yeah, without further ado, we will get into the giveaway. We'll do that first. The giveaway is for this kit. It's In Bed with the Crazy Cat Lady. It's me. It's definitely me. But yeah, because so this was a duplicate kit. I didn't realise that I'd already got it. It's right above me. I didn't realise I'd already got it when I ordered it. I've got all of the Crazy Cat Lady series, so why I thought I didn't have it, I don't know. But yeah, and it's a full kit, and it comes with, I think it's 27 count, isn't it? They don't say, but I think it's 27 count even weave. Light, but obviously if you want to change it out, that's okay. I hope the light is alright. I get full sun in here in the morning, and I've pulled a curtain, put all my lights on, but the sun's just moving, so I might have to get up and alter the curtain. But anyway, this is for the giveaway. Now I'm doing this the old-fashioned way because I'm old-fashioned, I don't know. So we're doing it the good old paper way. So I had 16 people enter for the draw. So that's my 16 people. I have the random number generator, excuse my emails, my random number generator here. And I've already put in the numbers 1 to 16. So press generate. Number 7. And number 7 is Brit Girl Friday. So well done, Brit Girl Friday. I will comment on your comment. And if you could, I'll leave my email address in the comments. Oh, I've shut my notes up. I'll leave my email address in the comments. So if you could email me and give me your address, and I'll get this sent out to you. So well done. That's yours. So that's that. Put that there. Right, just before we get into whips and what have you, just mini life update. Nothing to really update you much about. I know I told you in my last video, if you watched, I was suffering really badly with exhaustion. I mean, I have chronic fatigue anyway, but it's just been, the past few months have been a nightmare. Well, discovered the problem. It turns out it was one of the tablets I was taking to help prevent my migraines. So I discussed it with my pharmacist, and you know, it was a medication that was safe for me to just stop. I didn't need to like wean off it or anything like that. So I stopped taking it, and within a few days you know, I was back to my normal exhausted self, but not as exhausted as I was. The downside to that, of course, is my migraines have started to come back, and last week I had like a 3-day migraine, and on the 3rd day I thought, right, I'm going to try taking, because you can just take the medication as and when needed as well, so, and you have to take it at night, so I took it when I went to bed that night, and the next day, oh gosh, I thought I would have rather have had the migraine. The migraine had gone, which was great, but I could not keep my eyes open, and unfortunately that was the 2nd day of the 24 hours of cross stitch, which we'll talk about in a minute. Just the other little thing, As you know, Emmy's gone to university. She's absolutely loving it. Like my brother says recently, he's not heard from her, and I said, well, that's a good thing because I'm sure if she was upset or whatever, she'd be in touch with him. So, but I speak to her nearly every week, and she's loving it. She's got a job which she's doing well in. She's loving her studies. The improvement in her art, oh, I mean, she was good anyway, but the improvement already is quite remarkable. But she's had to move flats, unfortunately. She had a few problems with some of the girls she was living with, weren't very nice to her, and because she doesn't drink, you know, they were like waking her up, you know, when they were coming in and stuff. So anyway, she's moved flats and she's really happy. Daniel's doing well as well. He's really happy in his flat. So life is good for Emmy. But with Emmy moving out, Emmy sort of worked for me because I employ my own carers. I have a carer that comes Monday to Friday, and then Emmy used to do weekends for me. And of course, since Emmy's gone, I've had a vacancy. So I do have a job advert up. At the moment, my weekday carer Linda and my friend Natalie, who's also employed by me, they're filling in, you know, as best they can at the moment. But I'm just waiting to hear back. Actually, just been emailing back and forward because I've had a few applicants. So far nobody's really been suitable, but I've just had a really good applicant yesterday. I'm just hoping it's not too good to be true because she just sounds perfect. So we're just emailing backwards and forwards, just trying to sort out interview dates at the moment. So yeah, hopefully I'll have somebody at weekends before long, and Linda can get a bit more of a break, and yeah, Natalie, who's already so busy anyway, won't have to come to me. So yeah, anyway, that's life update. Nothing else has really happened. I'm in the house 24/7, so I'm trying to think, did I get out at all? Oh yeah, my dad and my stepmom, I had to go to have my passport pictures taken for when I go on holiday next year. Less than 6 months now, so exciting. My first ever passport as well. And then this one day when they came over to take me to get them done, it was a lovely day, so they just decided on the spur of the moment about going up to Fleetwood. Well, not quite Fleetwood, Bispham, it's between Fleetwood and Blackpool. So I'm like, yeah, of course, because I love going out with my dad and Anne, and I love, you know, going to the seaside. Who doesn't? So it was a very cold day. had to bundle up, but we had, and it was really quiet because of course it was the middle of the week, so which is perfect for me with having my social anxiety disorder. So yeah, so I did get to get a bit of sea air, which was nice. And then last week, my dad and Anne did take me to have my passport pictures done, which is awful. And I mean, I know nobody's passport picture is nice, but it is awful. Even my mum looked at it and she just went, oh dear. Yeah. Anyway, that's life update. 24 hours of cross stitch. I decided that I would do my very first 24 hours of cross stitch, but because I'm me and I'm a nerd, I thought I'm going to do it exactly to the time, you know, so like not just think, oh, I'll sit from whatever time to whatever time, that'll be so many hours, because that's what I do every day. Basically every day is 24 hours of cross stitch for me, which I know some people say, oh, you're really lucky, but it's like the grass is always greener on the other side, you know, when you're in a place like me, when you can't get out and work, and you know, you can't just leave the house to go for a walk and things like that, you know, grass is always greener. But yeah, my cross stitch is one of the things that has saved me really, because I didn't want to just, when I finish work, just sit here and feel sorry for myself, you know. No, I thought, well, let's focus on what else I can do. So I thought, got more time to cross stitch, so that's what I do. So yeah, so I thought I would set exact times, you know, time exactly the amount of time that I was stitching, and it started off really well. I think on the Friday I used, it's difficult when you say your name because she comes on, but you know, Alexa, and I used her, she didn't come on, she didn't hear me. I used her to time exactly what I was doing, and then every hour that I'd stitch I put an update on Instagram. And I think I did 5 hours for the Friday night. I think I started about 5 p.m. and I did exactly 5 hours of stitching on the Friday night. Went to bed because team sleep all the way. Got up Saturday morning, all day Saturday I did it, and I think I got up to, by the end of Saturday I think I was at 15 hours. That can't have been no, that wasn't the weekend with my migraine then, was it? No, I'm lying to you. Yeah, no it wasn't. But yeah, this was why the Sunday was a complete no-go. I got up on the Sunday and I started, but with my chronic fatigue, if I push myself at anything, my chronic fatigue's just like no. You know, and it just wants to shut my body down. And unfortunately, I think I'd pushed myself too much on the Saturday, and I just literally slept all day on the Sunday. I could not stay awake. I sat here in my craft chair there, and I started stitching and literally fell asleep with a needle in my hand, and I slept all till about lunchtime, and then I got up and went downstairs and got on the settee downstairs, and I thought, well, I'll get, you know, start again. Nope, just fell asleep again. Cats woke me up for their tea at about, I don't know, 5:30, 5:45, so I got up, fed the cats and went to bed. So unfortunately my first 24 hours of cross stitch was a fail. So I think I am going to do it again, but I think next time I am just going to do it, you know, the other way, the normal way. You know, because I just can't do it. But I just feel it's a bit, you know, because I do it every day anyway. But anyway, so that was that. But I did get 15 hours of stitching in, which is the good side. So let's go on to whips. I actually have 3 whips to show you. Yeah, me, the mostly monogamous stitcher, has 3 whips. That's because my idea with the craft room and being in here in the morning because of the fantastic light is that I was going to do a smaller project up here and then move downstairs to a bigger project, but I seem to be doing it the other way around at the moment. I've got my bigger, as in size-wise, bigger project up here and my smaller one downstairs, which isn't really working because where I've got my sewing desk next to my craft table, the Millennium frame catches, so it doesn't work particularly well. But I don't want to swap it round because I spend more time really downstairs if I stay awake in the evenings. Sometimes I come to bed after I've had my tea, but sometimes I do manage to stay awake in the evenings, and if that's the case I get more done downstairs. So I have my main focus piece, which is my Haid, which I'm keeping downstairs, but really that would be anyway. Yeah, so what have I been doing? I'll show you my Haid first. I'm afraid I didn't take it off the bag. This is a So Much to Love bag. Just need a sip of my tea. And I've got another stitching mug. Today is We'll Stitch for Chocolate. I'm on a diet, so I'll pretty much do anything for chocolate at the moment. Right, so yeah, this is a So Much to Love bag. I've had this for a long time. It's one of the big bottom bags, and it fits my 11 by 11 Q-snap perfectly. And I haven't prepared, I thought I'd got everything prepared, but I've not taken her off the Q-snap. So now I've really been disappointed in myself in the amount of work I've got done on her. I did have, like I said, I had 3 days when I had a migraine when I couldn't do anything, but then I had a few, probably about 5 days when I just kind of wasn't feeling my stitching, and I don't push myself when that happens because I think that would just make it worse. So I've just not, and as well because I've got more than one project on, which is nice to have a bit of variety, but I am down at heart, I am a one project at a time stitcher, definitely, because broken, because I just feel that I don't see the progress. So here we are now. That's the wrong way. Here we are now. Hang on, just let me sort this out. I thought I'd got everything organised, but no. Yeah, so here we are now. There. Oh, she looks so pretty. My plan was to actually do 2 pages on the bottom, which would have taken me up to about there. But I can't get her all in. There. But what I did do is I finished off that page, and then that page was literally 1 column, and then this is most of the first, that's page 11, that's most of page 11 down there. But I said I'd hoped to be over here by now, so I'm a bit disappointed, but she is looking amazing, and I am now officially over halfway through as well. But yeah, there's just so much confetti. It's a really slow going piece, because apart from like when I was in there there is just so much confetti in this piece, but looks amazing, because like now looking at it in here I can see the little butterfly that's come in there, and yeah. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh, I've not even told you who she is, what she's going to look like. Nothing. She is the mini butterfly pink by somebody, and charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I'll put a picture of what she will look like finished in here. And I've not even put a picture of what she was like before, but I've just told you what she was like before, so my brain's not working at all. And I'm stitching her 2/1 on white 18 count Ada, because that's my favourite for stitching Heaven and Earths in, I found. Although I do like the 20 count, but 18, yeah. I don't think there's anything else I needed to tell you about her. Right, next WIP you have not seen for a long time, probably 3 years. It was simply because to me I had too many WIPs. I think I had about, is it about 7 or 9, which is just, you know, mind blowing. That'll have to be my thumbnail. So what I decided to do was like focus on smaller WIPs leading up to larger WIPs, which is why my favourite has not been touched in so long, and I'm just dying to stitch on it, but I'll get there. So this one was next up, but I didn't realise actually how big this one is. But what I'm talking about is Queen of Peace by Mirabilia, and I have had her for almost 20 years. I think she was new out when I got her. I'm not sure whether she's still in print or not. She might not be. Now I bought her when me and Mum went to the Manchester Knit and Stitch show, when there used to actually be cross stitching stuff there, and oh god, we used to go, and I think it used to be on over 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We used to go. Did I used to book the day off work? I think I used to book the day off work and go on the Friday or the Saturday. No, I think we used to book the day off. I used to book the day off work, and I think I used to go on the Friday. And there was just so much stuff. You could literally have spent the whole 3 days. You know, there was so much cross stitching stuff. It's not like that anymore, from what I've heard. There's lots of knitting stuff, which I do knit as well. I'm starting to. Lots and lots of paper crafting stuff, and if you're lucky maybe 2 stalls of cross stitch stuff, from what I've heard, so which is a shame. But anyway, I saw her as a model stitch because they're not my colours, I wouldn't have chosen her, but she is so blingy, it's unbelievable. So of course, as usual, as we always say, you know, the picture just doesn't do her justice at all. Yeah, but anyway, I took a picture on my phone before I started of where I finished last time, which wasn't very far. I'll insert that here. And I've been stitching on her more or less every morning, apart from, you know, like I said, the few days when I had a migraine and other bits. I didn't stitch on her for 24 hours. I cross stitch. I was using my Haid, but I'm going to just let me move this off. We'll talk about this in a moment, actually. But this is where I'm up to now. So, as you might be able to tell from the picture I just showed before, I've done some filling in around here. I've had to do so much frogging on this piece. It is unbelievable. It's one of those pieces that I think has just been cursed by a plague of frogs from the very beginning. And that bit down there I actually stitched 4 times before I think I've got it right, and there's been other bits as well. And then there's 2 symbols that are similar. One's like a slash that way, one's a slash that way, and of course I'd got them mixed up and stitched in the wrong colour. But anyway, so I've done a lot of filling in around here, and then I've really been concentrating on over here in the purple sash that's going down there. So, but I didn't realise how big she is. She's actually, in inches, she's 10 by 20. So she's quite a big girl. I didn't realise how big she was. But yeah, but even though, like I said, they're not my colours, I'm quite enjoying it. And I've just thought, I've not told you the fabric again. I'm going to have to pull this up on my X Stitch app, because I know where the fabric's from, and I know what count it is, but I don't know what name it is. Just bear with me 1 second when I just pull it up on my X Stitch app. Started, Queen of Peace. Yeah, good, I've got it down. It's 32 count Murano, and the colourway is Polynesium, and it's by Chromatic Alchemy. And that picture isn't really, what you're seeing isn't really good. It looks quite grey, but it's actually sort of like a green grey, and the mottling doesn't look as severe as it actually does on the picture. It's actually a very delicate mottling, but you're not getting a good picture there at all. I'm trying, no, but it's beautiful anyway. It's a really nice fabric to work on. That's that, and it's not a sparkly one, it's just a plain fabric, because she's so blingy. I didn't think she needed all the sparkle in the fabric, but that's her. Next whip. This is only a little tiny one, and I started it yesterday. That's all it is at the moment. This is on 14 count sparkly white Ada, and I've done a little butterfly, and I actually changed all the colours on the butterfly. And I'd never change colours, but the blue I did, that's an etoile. It's the first time I've used the etoile, and it's really nice. A blue and a pinky purple and then black, and that it's almost finished. I just missed 2 stitches off there, which I need to do, but that's like a Charlie cat. Is he? Oh no, he was behind me, but he's not there now. I've got Andy at the moment. It just needs outlining, that one. But what this is for, it's a bit off centre as well. What this is for is, I saw a Floss Tube video from Sally at Caterpillar Cross Stitch, and she's trying to do sort of like a friendship tapestry kind of thing, and she's asking people to send in little squares with 3 by 3 pieces of stitching on, and what you've got to do is you've got to stitch your name and then things that represent you. So obviously the cats represent me, and the butterflies, because they have a very special meaning for me, because like I've suffered with depression since I was probably about 11 years old, but it wasn't, you know, children's mental health wasn't a thing back then, so it was just ignored. But when I was at a particularly low point in my life, I remembered reading a quote. I can't remember the exact quote, but it's something along the lines of what the caterpillar sees as the end, the butterfly sees as the beginning. And because of that, butterflies have always had a very special meaning to me, and I've got a tattoo of a butterfly, and there's butterflies all over the house, so of course I did a butterfly. And above there I'm going to chart my name, and I'm going to do that it's the purple cotton that my friend Sydney in Australia sent me. I'm going to use that for my name for 2 reasons. Simply because purple's my favourite colour, and also because Australia's my favourite country. It's where I'd love to go to more than anything. So yeah, so I'm going to do that, and I'm going to send it off to Sally at Caterpillar Cross Stitch. And if you're interested in doing that as well, because she wants them from all over the world. I think the cut-off date is round about Christmas, but there's not an exact cut-off date because she said she can just keep adding rows to it, but she would really like everybody's there by Christmas. But I will link the blog post below and go and check it out, and let's see how many little friendship squares we can get sent off. But yeah, those are my 3 oh yeah, I was going to show you this book. I think I have shown you them before. I'm going to use this to chart my name in. It's called Floss, Tube and Stitch, and this one has square paper. I've also got one with lined paper, so I'm going to use that to chart my name. Right, finish. Where do I have a finish? Oh, does it mean my FFO? Oh, Mum's finish. Yeah, we'll get on to Mum's in a minute. Yeah, we'll just still finish my things. I do have an FFO, believe it or not. I think I've had an FFO on my last few videos, which is remarkable seeing as I've hardly finished anything this year because all my projects are so big. But almost exactly 3 years ago, I finished stitching a dimension stocking. Now there's a lot of memories stitched into this stocking because I was sort of like in and out of hospital at the time, and every time I went into hospital this always came with me, and it's not particularly good memories, but there's memories stitched into it. And those who used to follow my daily vlogs, I know a few people have commented on Instagram saying that they remember this, but I sent it to a friend of a friend to finish because I've been meaning to finish it for 3 years. I bought all the stuff to finish it, and I was just scared of ruining it basically. So bit the bullet and I sent it off, and look what we have. We have a finished stocking, complete with a little hanger. She's just plaited like some blue DMC, and she's always amazing. I love it. It's so squishy as well. She's backed with blue snowflake, well, you know, blue fabric with white snowflakes, and don't know whether you can tell, it's all quilted, so it's fully lined. She's also she's lined, I sent this navy fabric down and she's lined both sides. I was just going to line that side, but obviously she thought it'd be better and protect the stitching if that side was done as well. So I have a stocking, and I've ordered a gorgeous little stocking hanger to put on my my mantelpiece, so I can't wait now to... I don't tend to decorate for Christmas until the week before, maybe 2 weeks before if I'm feeling like it. But I mean, when I say decorate for Christmas, there's not much, because I don't have a Christmas tree, because with 9 cats you can't have a Christmas tree. I learnt that the first year with Charlie. So I just have like a little say microfiber one, but that's not the word I'm looking for. Fibre optic one. I just need to pull that curtain a bit. I can't reach the other curtain, but it's a bit better. So yeah, I just get that out. Hang on, why am I flashing? I don't know. So I just get that out, and I have a thing that goes over my fireplace with lights on. That's pretty much it. So, but I've now got a stocking. Yay! So that's another FFO, and she made me a little bag to keep it in. It's like a muslin bag. So an FFO. So that's my stuff. So Mum. Now, last time on my last video I said that Mum should have finished by the end of this month, and I was right. She finished several weeks ago, only probably a week after my last Floss Tube video, and she was stitching Pink Reflections by Pink Reflection by Mystic Stitch, and she brought her finish to show me, and we recorded a little video, and all being well I'll insert that here. Right, it's Friday the 11th of October and we're just filming this because Mum has a finish. This is Pink Reflections by...
Pink Reflection.
Pink Reflection by Mystic Stitch, and it took her exactly 5 months didn't it?
It did, today.
And how many pages was it?
24.
24. I'm just looking close now at it, and it's absolutely beautiful. In fact, when Mum unravelled it, I said, wow, didn't I?
Yeah.
It's got a real wow factor.
It's probably one of the most effective ones I think I've ever done.
Yeah. So, is that going to be framed?
Oh, definitely. I don't know when, but it will. Yeah.
And tell them which one you're doing next.
The one that you... well, you sorted it, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a photograph by Emmy, my niece, obviously Mum's granddaughter, and charted by me.
And it was a flower in my garden.
Yeah, because Mum loves forget-me-nots, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Well, I suppose it's one of your favourite flowers, isn't it?
Well, yeah, after daisies,
yeah, and like you've done a cross stitch of daisies, and in fact you've got another cross stitch of a daisy to do, haven't you?
Yeah,
but you've not found one that you've really grabbed you of a forget-me-not, have you? So Emmy had taken a picture of a forget-me-not in your garden, hadn't she?
Yeah, she
and
had.
It was a beautiful photograph. So as part of Mum's 70th birthday present, I bought the PC Stitch programme and had a play around with it. And I've just gone for a small one. It's about, what's it, about 9?
It's 10 by 14.
10 by 14, which is, by Mum's standards, is small.
It's small, yeah.
So we're not really sure how it's going to turn out, are we?
No, that's why I'm doing it next.
Yeah, so it's a bit of an experiment, but we'll see. And I kitted it up for her as well, so yeah. So happy birthday, Mum.
Yeah.
And congratulations on a beautiful finish.
I'm absolutely thrilled to bits with that.
So what she is stitching on now is one that I actually charted. My first time charting one. And it was a photograph that Emmy took of a forget-me-not in my mum's garden, because Mum absolutely adores forget-me-nots, and we've never been able to find a forget-me-not cross-stitch that she liked enough. Anyway, we loved this photo, so as part of her 70th birthday I decided that I would buy the PC Stitch programme, and I would try and chart that photograph, which I did, and then I fully kitted it up for her. And she started that. It's turning out okay. I've learnt a few lessons, like for instance, Mum was a bit bothered about the background on it not showing up very well, because there was one Haid that she stitched. I think it was the Forget-Me-Not Fairy I think it's by Rachel Anderson, and the background was really blotchy, and I must admit it doesn't look the best. So we were a bit bothered about that on this, but what I did when I charted it is I put sort of like an extra 5% focus on the background, but looking at it, I think I should have left it with the 5% on the extra 5% on the foreground, really, but you learn. So it looks okay, and she's really enjoying doing it, but yeah, I've learnt lessons, could do better. But when my brother was there last week, he took a picture, which I'll insert here. And since that picture, she's actually finished another page, because you know what she's like. So she's a third of the way through, which is on page 4 out of 9 now. But yeah, but as well, I can show you this because I'm 99.9999% sure that my sister-in-law doesn't watch my channel. So I can show you this because I've actually charted one for her on behalf of my brother. I've charted one for my sister-in-law because last Christmas I bought my sister-in-law a little tiny cross stitch of a Dashen, because we went to a craft show last year. It was as part of my birthday present from her and my brother. Me and my mum went to a craft show, and like there was only one cross stitch stall, of course, and we were looking through it, and my sister-in-law Whitney said that she quite fancied, trying cross stitch, because she does lots of other crafts. She's really, really crafty, and she's really good at whatever she does, unlike me. But she's really, they've got their own business, a cake business. They do predominantly wedding cakes, but they do other things, and they do some amazing cakes. For 2 years in a row they've been finalists, I think it's of the wedding cake of the year. and they've been up against big businesses when they've been doing that, so which is amazing. I will link their Instagram down below if you'd like to go and have a look, because believe you me, the pictures are worth looking at. And if you could give her a follow, that would be great. But it's the Black Rod Cake Company. But yeah, but anyway, I've charted one for her, so not sure how it's going to turn out, because she's never done full coverage before, and I thought she'd said to me that she didn't think she ever would do. I've seen some of the other, and she stitches beautifully, but I'm sure she said to me that, but anyway, this is what my brother wants, so he sent me this photo. It'd be better if I show you like that. And this is their dog. This is Ginny, my dog niece. And she's a lovely little dog. She's a dachshund, and oh gosh, she's just so full of personality. But it's a beautiful photograph, that, isn't it? So he sent me that and asked me if I could chart it. So I have done, but I've only done it really small, so it's not going to get the best detail. But I didn't want to do anything too big because I didn't want to overwhelm her. So it's only 4 pages long, and I can show you the chart because I own the copyright to it, and I don't think you're going to be able to do, to copy it or anything, and even if you do, I'm not particularly bothered. So, but the only problem is, and I only noticed this after I got it back from the printers, is that where there's, you can't tell so much on this page, it's more on the next page, where there's been white on the photo, it's just left it blank, and all around there. So I've said to my brother, either leave it or, just stitch it with white, but there's a few bits. Of course I can't see them now, I'm looking for them. But there was a few bits actually in the pattern where it's just left a blank square. And so I hadn't picked, I can't, because I can't see it now. It jumped out at me before. But I've put loads of colours in it, and this is how I get mine printed, and this is how my brother wanted it. I get a plastic front on it, have that printed on card, and I've got the key, although I didn't realise I've done the key twice, because I've got a key there, and there's the pattern, which is only 4 pages, so we've got page 1, page 2, and I love how it puts the key on the side. You see, loads of white. Oh, I think that's it. Yeah, where it's just left some there. So page 3, which you can see isn't the full page, and then page 4, and then I seem to have printed another key, but that one was actually more useful because it had the floss usage in, and then a blank piece of card at the back with another piece of plastic. But also a problem that I had, because I kitted it up on his behalf as well, is some of the colours it charts on here I didn't realise, but Haid have discontinued. It's the higher numbers. They only came out a few years ago, like the 3/8, those numbers. Because I can remember getting them in a presentation tin, but apparently they've been discontinued. But PC Stitch don't seem to know this, so they are still charting them. I did have a few, but because I'd put some in Mum's, because Mum, the one I was kitting up for Mum, and I hadn't realised. But yeah, but I did manage to get hold of some from him off Etsy. They're coming from, I think they're coming from the Ukraine. So, because I think the ones that, I've ordered the bulk of it from Lakeside. I should have asked Kate again, shouldn't I? I never thought, but I just thought because they were discontinued, I thought, well, surely she's not going to be able to get hold of them anyway. Kate at Lakeside. But yeah, I got them anyway. But yeah, the bulk of it has been kitted up by good old Kate at Lakeside Needlecraft. Yeah, so that's coming today. So, I seem to be going into charting now. So yeah, because I said I'll have to go by the name of, I think, Kitty Crew Creations, because everything's Kitty Crew. Like with my gaming, I'm always Kitty Crew, and I think it's only Instagram where my name's different. Well, Instagram and here where I'm Kitty Stitcher. Everywhere else I'm Kitty Crew. But anyway, yeah. So that's what Mum's up to. So the next on my list is, well, not stash anymore. It's additions to the collection. Oh, it's gone cold that. I just forgot to tell you as well, where I got those little symbols from for wherever it's gone, you know, for the little stitch for Sally I'm doing, is from this book I got a few years ago. Was it 2001 Cross Stitch Designs Essential Reference Book by Better Homes and Gardens, and it is fantastic. It's got something for everyone in here. I can't show you, you know, thing, because it's mainly charts, but like for instance, that's some of the Christmas ones that they've got there, you know, well, the Santa ones I should say. That's nice for my fellow Americans, nice little American Santa. So yeah. Oh, I just thought I have one other FFO which I am wearing. Don't look too closely at it. This is a poppy. I crocheted a poppy because here in the UK, and I think in Canada, and I'm not sure whether in Australia, but on the 11th of November is Remembrance Day, you know, where we remember all the people who fought and died for our country in all the wars, not just the First and the Second World War, but you know, all the other wars that unfortunately, you know, have also been. And we always wear poppies because there's well, it is a charity, I think, in this country, the Royal British Legion, which I do have personal connections to, which I'll tell you about. They collect money by selling poppies, which is the remembrance, because of people dying in the poppy fields. They sell poppies, you know, you put a donation in the tin and you get a poppy, and everybody wears a poppy until the 11th of November. But I asked my mum to get me one while she was in town, but she forgot. So I thought, well, I'll make myself one. But I have given my mum £1 to put into a collection tin when she next sees one, because I couldn't just wear a poppy and not donate. But I'd crocheted 3 circles and then I sewed a black button in the middle. Now, it looks awful. And I know they always say, you know, a bad workman always blames his tools, but this wool was awful. It was the only red wool I had, and it was free. It was a free gift with a set of crochet magazines that I was buying, and I know why it was free. Because it was awful. It was just, it wouldn't slide, you know, as I was pulling it through, it wouldn't slide, it was splitting, and I think my mum thought it was me just being rubbish, so mum had a go at it as well, and she's like, oh my god, this is awful. So it doesn't look very good, you know, it looks uneven, there's lumpy bits, but I have a poppy. If I can ever find, if I'm ever somewhere, well, not that I go anywhere much, but if I see a nicer ball of red wool, I think I'll buy myself another one and do it again. But at least I have a poppy to wear, so however bad it may be. But yeah. Right, yeah, so additions to the collection. Right, where shall we start? Yes, it's been another bad month for buying. I just can't seem to stop myself. I have a serious problem and I need help. Well, no, I don't want help. But I need to start. I have another order coming from, I can't remember the name of the shop, Macresticon, something like that. I will find it out and I'll link it below. I saw the shop advertised on Pam Reed's channel, Pam's Crafty Corner, and she was offering a 10% discount. You know, the Macresticon, Paula, she's called, the lady there, Paula, I'll just use her name. Anyway, when I went there was actually 10% off anyway, so you couldn't use the code on top of that, which would have been nice. But I spent rather a bit of money, which I haven't got. Isn't that always the case? You spend money you haven't got. But I did, and I've got a lovely order coming from, I think, is she based in the Ukraine or Russia or somewhere else? She's that way anyway. But she's so nice, because I had a question about one of the patterns I'd ordered, because it's like got some cats around it and then there's some words in the middle which were obviously in Cyrillic, so I couldn't read them. So I just sent her a message along with the order, just asking what the words were, and she was really nice and wrote back and, you know, and told me what they were. So that was really nice. So yeah, I do have an order coming from there. I don't think I'm waiting. Oh, there's just one item I'm waiting on that I bought on Etsy. A Dimensions Gold Mini Petite Kit, you know. Yeah, that I could only find in America. It's not in print anymore, but I did manage to find a brand new one in America, so I've got that coming. In fact, I've just paid the customs charge on it this morning, so I think it's coming Friday. But other than that, I think everything is here. Oh, then there's my usual club pieces, like would be more fabric probably, and I paid my next invoice for my week's Dye Works Club from Lakeside Needlecraft yesterday, so they'll be here in a few weeks. But yeah, more fabric, you know, because I need more fabric. Right, let's start with the Jodrey Designs Fabric of the Month clubs, which I'm going to stop at the end of this year, which I feel guilty. I feel like a bad customer, but I have been with her since she pretty much started the club years ago. So yeah, this one I love. It's called Wicked Witch, and it's a 28 count opal Brittany, and you know me, I don't take them out of the bags, but that's showing really well there, and it's just like a dark grey. But look at my thread of the month as well. It's purple and grey, and I love that. But that grey is going to be really handy for something. But yeah, so we've got that, and that's of course like an 18 by 26 inch. Then the Rainbow Fabric Club is lilac, and it's a very delicate, very bluey lilac. Again, that's showing it quite well there. And again, it's a 28 count opal Brittany, 18 by 26. That's a nice piece there. And then my Chromatic Alchemy, which I'm also stopping the end of this year, which I'm also sad about. This is the 32 count opal Murano, and it looks like a Chardalot breathes. I don't know if that means anything to anybody, but it's like a fire. So whether it's like a dragon or something, and but it's really fiery. Not sure what I'm going to put on it, I have to admit, but it's nice. Right. Bit of yellow on it there. Yeah, and that's also 18 by 26. And then I bought some more. This is from Paul Stitches, because, you know, I was just looking at their Etsy site and things accidentally fell into my Etsy basket, and before I knew it, my finger had accidentally pressed the pay button. Yeah. So the first one, it's 18 by 27. It's a 28 count Brittany Lugana. This one's called Wisteria. That is so pretty. Purples and blues and pinks. Well, I have to say as well, I should have told you at the beginning, I might be interrupted because Wednesday, my district nurse comes on a Wednesday. I have some treatment done, so the bell might ring, but yeah, that's that. And then there's this one called Crystal Skies, and it's also 28 count Brittany Lugana, 18 by 27 inches, and it's predominantly blue, but as you can see from the back, it's got bits of pinks, little bits of whites in it. I just thought that was beautiful. I've got a design I bought ages and ages and ages ago. It's a butterfly, quite a large butterfly, and it would look perfect on that. Now this one, I'm going to break my habit and get it out of the bag. I've not got it out of the bag yet, but from the picture that I saw on Etsy, I just couldn't stop myself. This, again, it's a 28 count Brittany Lugana, and it's 18 by 27 inches, and it's called Dolphin Delight. Just wait till you see this. I'm not sure which way around it's meant to go. But look at this. Oh, the sun's getting in the way. It starts off like it's quite a good colour that. It starts off as a turquoise, goes into a lilac, and then a pink. Well, I mean, you could also have it that way as well, obviously, but it's like a flag. I just couldn't help myself. it had to be mine. I don't know what I'm going to put on it at all, but oh, it's just so pretty. So yeah, so I think that's all of my fabric. Well, all of my stitching fabric for this month. I've got some other fabric which I'll show you afterwards. Sorry about the rustling. What shall I show you next? Let's just have a dive into the collection bag. So the first thing I'll show you, this is actually crochet. But when we went to have my passport picture done, there was a knitting stall, and this was in the sale bucket, and it was only £5. I mean, those aren't my colours, but obviously you can put any colours in, but it's a crocheted shawl. And there's also 5 balls of wool with it, which is like bobbly wool. Oh, and there's also a pattern for a scarf as well. So I thought for £5 for 2 patterns and 5 balls of wool, I thought, yeah, I'll have that. And they've all fallen all over the place now, so those came home with me, and everything's going to fall off in a minute. Can't believe we've not had any kitty bums. We always get kitty bums. Oh, this, my giveaway last month. Oh, I've not talked about that yet. I'll remember to get to that afterwards. Yes, my giveaway last month was from Karina at Bags Plus, and she sent this Floss buddy, which has got a lovely little fairy there. There's an opening there, and then there's 45 pockets for your threads on this side. Now this isn't the one that she sent me for the giveaway, because that is now excuse me, just let me have a drink a minute. Yes, that is now with its new owner, which is Dina, half stitch cross stitch. But I loved it so much I bought one for myself as well. So Dina, I told you we'd be Floss Buddy twins, and we are now. So that was that. Oh, this was an order. This is just from Lakeside Needlecraft. It was just, I needed another pair of scissors to go in one of my kits, and I love the, you know, the squizzers, and they're like the purple. So I think there was, oh, there was also, I bought some grime guard covers, because my mum's borrowed one of my Millennium frames to do, well, the one that she's doing now, plus there was one more I think that she's borrowed them for, but I didn't have any grime guard covers for them, so I ordered some, because yeah, they're really good as well, and you can choose your fabric. So yeah, there was those as well. So there with Mum. Oh, another gold collection. I saw this on my lovely friend Mary Rose's channel, Stitch Bliss Corner, which I'll link below. Hi Mary Rose. I saw this on her channel and I loved it. I love my winter scenes, so I like that little fox in the snow there as well. I love that. So, and that also came from America, because I couldn't find it in this country, so yeah. There's that one. This one. Now this is half my money, or nearly half my money, and also Mum bought me an early Christmas present, another Mystic Stitch, and as usual the picture doesn't do it justice, but it's called Golden Pond, and I just thought it was absolutely beautiful. Mum loves it as well, and I got it from the lovely Colin at Country Designs, brain fog, Country Designs, which I'll link below, and he is a physical LNS, which I would love to visit, but he's a long way away from where I am. But even if you don't have the pattern, like he stocks Mystic Stitch, Artsy, Haid, a few others, even if he hasn't got the actual pattern you're looking for, if you tell him what you want, he'll get it. And he will even kit up other things as well. If you send him your floss usage list, he will kit them up, and he's quite reasonably priced as well. But yeah, so happy Christmas. Nearly at the end now. Oh, I got here's my thread of the month club from Lakeside Needlecraft. There's a beautiful one in here. These are, I'm collecting the Wheat Dye Works because I did do the DMC Club of the Month with her a year or two ago to get my full set of DMC. But I decided, because quite a few of the patterns that I've kitted up I've had to buy Wheat Dye Works for, I thought, well, it would be handy. I had them all, you know. So I'm doing that at the moment. Now, there's various different amounts that you can buy. I've just gone for the biggest one because why not? So I've got some more beautiful. I won't go through the names because she's doing them alphabetically. But the one, yeah, I bet you can all guess. But I'll show you anyway. The one that I really love, and I've not seen it before. That one. It's Blue Aster. Isn't that pretty? So yeah, so that's another month, and as I just paid my invoice for the next lot, so those will be with me in due course. I shall look forward to that. Thank you, Kate. But she does Club of the Months for various different threads. Like I said, the DMC one is really handy because you can build up you know, a full set quite easily. I can't remember off the top of my head what other threads that she does, but I will link Kate Lakeside Needlecraft down below and you can go and check her out. This is the last thing. This, oh no, there's one other thing, but we'll come to that last. This was my August mystery box from Crafty Kitten, and I go for the large size. Now I know there's been a lot of problems with fabric, getting hold of fabric, so they have been quite delayed. However, this one was worth waiting for. This is France, and oh my gosh, just look at the fabric. Is this not me, or is this not me? It's 32 count Jobeling, because you can pick what fabric you want going in it. 18 by 27 French lavender. Look at that. So does that say me or what? That is gorgeous. And then you get a few little different bits and bobs in. So we've got thread pickers. This colour is just simply lilac. I've just heard the postman, so I will pause in a minute because I definitely know the stuff from Lakeside will be coming. Yeah, I love that. That is beautiful. And then Dinky Dyes. I love Dinky Dyes. I'm not sure whether Kate does Dinky Dyes or not. If you do, Kate, I think that will be my next thread of the month. Once I've picked up all my doodads or my Week's Dye Works, but I'm not sure off the top of my head if she does or not. But this is Wild Lavender. So pretty. And then there's some Silk Lame, you know, Rainbow Gallery Petite Silk Lame braid. Can't see a colour name on this. Unless I'm just not looking in the right place. But it's SP92 and it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And last but not least, you get some Mill Hill beads, and this is 62047 frosted glass beads. Sorry, I was just reading something then. But there. So that's so nice. So just before I get on to the last thing, I'm just going to nip downstairs. Well, nip, it takes me ages with the way that I walk, but I'm just going to go downstairs and get the post, because I definitely know the stuff that I've kitted up for my sister-in-law's piece will be here. And who knows, there may be other goodies, I can't remember. Let's go and have a look. Right, I'm back. Just as I went to check the post, my district nurse arrived, so I've had my treatment, so just waiting for it to work. But in the meantime, my parcel from Lakeside Needlecraft has come. That was the only post today. So I'll show you what it is, but it is just fabric and DMC for my sister-in-law's piece. Yep, I ordered a 18 count fabric. And that's all the DMCs minus the few that were just at the end. So I'll let my brother know that's come. What should we do next? I think we'll do this and then we'll just talk about the last thing I need to talk about. It was another addition to my collection from Kerry, the creative curator in Australia. I saw this on her Instagram page, I think. It must be because I'm not on Facebook, so it's Instagram, and I've got to have it. And the charm is cat person. She also has a dog person, which I am a dog person as well, but obviously I've just got cats at the moment. And I decided to do something different to my other one, and I went for it's like double beads, and it's like a rainbow colour, which actually they'd go well with me, the scissors, but I've got something else on there. But I couldn't just order that from Australia, could I? So I'll just show you. Sydney, if you're watching, look up. I was telling you that my hummingbird one, which Sydney got me as a gift, with the lovely purple and my second favourite colour blue on, I put them on these scissors. I bought these from an actual stitching shop here in the UK. It was on the island of Anglesey, and I didn't really see anything that I wanted to buy, but I couldn't leave an actual stitching shop without buying something. So I bought some beading needles and I bought this pair of scissors. They were only 99p, but they're so pretty. And for 99p they cut so well. But I'm using these with my Mirabilia, so I told you, Sydney, my little hummingbird one. But this one, I might put the two on together because the beads would go perfect with this. I might put the two on, I don't know. But there wasn't just that. Well, she sent me a lovely, lovely little card. Will you stop it? Andy's playing with my project bags, which isn't a good thing. She sent me a lovely little card, which I can now put up, and she also sent a free needle minder. And it's a wooden one with her logo on it, so I can use that now. I also ordered, there's two gifts which I can't show. Well, I could show the one I got for my mum, but it's so she asked if I wanted it like nicely wrapped, you know, presented, so I said yes. But that one's got like a daisy flower on the end, because daisies are her other favourite flower, and I can't tell you about the other one, but I'm sure it'll be beautiful. But then I ordered one for you guys as well. Let me get it out of the packaging. This one is for you, and it's got a little spool of floss on the end of it. It's a little bobbin rather, floss. And colour wise I've just gone for a mix of colours, but it is beautiful, and it's light as well, because I think what you don't want is heavy. Well, personally I don't like a heavy fob on my scissors, and it is so light. But this one is for you guys. And I had a question for you, which has now gone completely out of my head. So what are we going to get you to comment with? Yeah, right. What I want you to do, we'll do what Priscilla and Chelsea do. I want you to go to Kerry's Etsy shop, which I will link below, have a look on there, and then come back and tell me which is your favourite fob that she's got on there at the moment. Like I said, if you can't see what you want on her Etsy shop, just message her, because I think apart from the one that I got from my mum, I don't think any of them were actually on her Etsy shop. She just did them for me. So, and like, she wasn't showing this at all, but I asked her if she had something like that, and she came back with that, or there was another one which I can't remember what the other option was. But yeah, just go and have a look on her Etsy shop, tell me what you like in the comments below, and you will be entered to win this. Now, I know my last 3 videos I have done giveaways, but I can't do it every time. It's just been the way, you know, the first time, I can't remember what, oh no, I think last month's was the first one, which was provided by Karina at Bags Plus, which I'll also link below. Last month's it was that kit which I'd duplicated on, and then I've bought this for you guys this month. But so there won't be a giveaway every month, but if I can, I will. And yeah, I'll also throw in some other goodies with this, because it can't travel alone, it might get lonely. So I will throw in some other little goodies. But yeah, just let me know which is your favourite fob that Kerry's got on her shop, and you will be entered for the draw. And the deadline is just the end of next month, whichever date I film my video at the end of next month is the cut-off. Right, oh, just before I get on to the last thing, the other thing I wanted to show you was this beautiful fabric, because Karina has told me that she's redoing, Karina at Bags Plus, that she's redoing or redesigning the 90 pocket Floss Buddy Pro, which is my absolute favourite thing in the world. I think if you do haze, you've got to get a Floss Buddy 90 pocket Pro, because they are just brilliant. So she's redesigning them, which means I'm going to have to buy another one. You know, because yeah, just have to. So but like, I like choosing my own fabric, and she's like that, Karina, you know, if you don't see what you want on her Etsy shop, you know, the fabric that you want, I think especially if you're in the UK, it's easier, because if you send fabric to her from abroad, then of course our stupid, you know, UK customs, you know, will charge you a fortune for it, so which she ends up paying for. But if you're in the UK, it's really easy to buy your own fabric and send it to her. The last time of my last Floss Buddy Pro, I'd sent it directly to her, but I don't think she's quite ready yet. So I saw this and I thought I'd get some butterflies instead of cats, because all my others have been cats. And just look at this fabric, guys. This isn't what I was looking for, but when I saw it, isn't it beautiful? I think it's just called Bright Butterflies. I don't really know much about fabrics, but Timeless by Chong Awang for Timeless Treasures Fabrics of Soho is what it says, if that means anything to you. But so I bought quite a lot of it because whatever Karina, you know, I'll send Karina whatever she needs when she's ready. Just if you're watching, Karina, just let me know when you're ready. But what I'm going to do, if I've got enough left, well, I'll definitely have enough for at least 2, is I'm going to make some cushion covers for my living room, because I'm not particularly good on the sewing machine, but I can make cushion covers. So I thought I'd use that on one side and then like a plain fabric on the other, because they're just so bright and beautiful. But the last thing I want to show you is also from Karina at Bags Plus. I'm just going to get it on and get it ready, because she asked me to trial a product for her, which of course I said, you know, of course I will. I'm just trying to get it all sorted. I actually gave her the wrong measurements. I gave her the measurements for the scroll frame that my mum's using, so it's a bit small, this, but we can still make it work. So this is a new product, and it is called the Scroll Buddy. And as you can see, it's basically a Floss Buddy that sits on your scroll frame. And you've got all the floss that you want for the project, which is brilliant. And now, personally, I have found this extremely useful. It's time saving. You're not having to look, if you're anything like me, it's like, oh God, you know, the cat sat on my floss, I can't get it. Well, the cat is no longer sat on my floss, because the floss is on my project. The only feedback I did give her, which I would change, is that it does cover quite a bit of your work, and I did think about moving, like unpicking the elastic and moving it a bit higher. The only problem I've got, and this is just personally, the way that I sit with my frame, I have my frame quite low down on me, and I've got a big belly which hopefully will be getting smaller. I'm on a diet, so I joined Weight Watchers thanks to Crafty Lisa. Let me check that. Right, no, that's okay. Sorry, I'm just waiting to hear about this interview. Yeah, anyway, that's by the by. But this, it is so good. There is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. I think this is right. 27, 30, that's right. Oh, Andy's playing with the bags again. It fits 30 bobbins on there. There's just a few missing because I was just borrowing a few to do that that little 3x3 thing yesterday. But it's really good. It is so handy. Now the backing on this one, it's a Halloweeny backing with different bottles on. Now I did get the information from Karina because I didn't want to give you misinformation. Sorry, so I will just read you the details. So the Floss Buddy, she's making 17, 20, 24 and 26 to 30 inch Floss Buddies. The prices start at £23, obviously that's UK pounds, for the 17 inch and work up to £30 for the 26 to 30 inch. She is having a little fiddle around, which she said if she makes it a bit thinner it doesn't hold the floss as well, but she's going to keep designing, you know, having a look at it. And she says that, and she will do custom sizes for the scroll buddies. As for the fabric, I'm quite sure, I hope I'm not speaking wrongly here, but I'm quite sure, you know, if you see a fabric you like, that she'd be able to do it for you. Where's it gone again? But yeah, but all in all, I have to say, and I'm not just saying because I'm not paid to say this, but I have to just say I love it. I think it's a really, really good idea. So far I haven't seen anything of Karina's that I don't love, because I don't know what it is with Karina, but she just comes up with ideas that you just don't seem to see from anyone else. You know, her products are really unique. They really are. I will link her Etsy shop below. And I will also link her Instagram below. She has two different Instagrams. She has a Bags Plus UK and then a Bags Plus one. But I will link that down below as well. But yeah, go and check them out and go and check out the other things that she does, because I have a few of her products now and I love them. And I say she's so easy to talk to. You know, if you've got any well, not any problems, you know, if you've got any specific designs that you want or what have you, you know, she's very flexible, so go and check her out. But I think that is it. I am sorry this video is so long. I did try to make it shorter. Oh, just one other thing I just wanted to show you. It's just above me. This. I've got all my dimensions above me, hoping everything's not going to fall out. This, I've never seen anyone stitch it, and it's not available. It's got 19.99 on it, and that is probably the year I bought it. It's a Dimensions Gold Petite, and I just wanted to show you. This is going to probably be a start next year. But isn't it beautiful? And I've never seen it anywhere at all. And it comes with it's got metallic threads and it's got ribbon in it as well. And it's just beautiful. And I've just never seen anybody else stitch it. I've not even seen on if you go and watch Cross Stitch with Luda, who I love Luda, she's brilliant, and she did quite a few like stash dives really into her Dimensions collection, which I should do as well because I've got a load of them and some of them are really old, but even she didn't show this one. So, but it's just so pretty, and it is going to be a start sooner rather than later. There's another one I really want to start as well, but I can't reach that. Anyway, I'm going to have to go because I need to sort out this treatment from the district nurse. But thank you for joining me. Thank you very much for your likes, and I love your comments. I love it when you talk to me. Like I said, please put a comment below if you want to be entered for the draw for, where's it gone? I'll put it back in the bag now. For this lovely little scissor fob from Kerry at Creative Curator, who I will link below. And I will also send you some of the little goodies with it as well, because you can't travel alone. And yeah, hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed talking to you. Sorry it's so long. I do keep trying to make them shorter, but it just never seems to happen. I've now got an absolute bomb site to clear up. Brick Girl Friday, please get in touch with me about your giveaway and I'll get that off to you as soon as I can. But yeah, I shall see you at the end of next month, which will probably be here before we know it. And yeah, happy stitching everyone. Bye.